Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm Jeremy, co-founder at Nature Remedies, and we have Daniel with me here today as well. And we're going to be having a short Q&A session with Anna Svedberg of Nourished with Anna. She's one of our consultants on the platform with a focus on gut health. And in the meantime, she also practices yoga when she can. Right, Anna? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so let's kick off this Q&A session. Just how about telling us really quick what prompted you to become a health coach, how you actually got interested in this whole idea?
Yeah, of course, I'm happy to. So I used to deal with a bad relationship with food, and also anxiety, and overall just dealing with feeling low on energy and fatigued. And then yoga, and also shifting into more plant-based diet. That really was my own gateway into my own healing. So then I became very passionate about supporting other women on their own health journeys.
Yeah, really important. Good, nice transition.
Nice. Anna, do you have any unique story of how you impacted somebody's life for the better?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I recently worked with a woman called Christina, and she was dealing with quite a bit of emotional eating, also anxiety, and just going through a lot of negative stress. So we started to work to restore her gut health, so both from a nutritional aspect, but also working a lot with a non-diet approach. So both yoga and meditation, so a lot of breathing exercises. So really, because there's such a big connection now between the gut and the brain, so it's really important to work both with the nutrition, but also looking at how we could work on our mental wellness. And she's doing a lot better, and that just makes me very happy and proud.
Makes me happy too.
Yeah, good.
So you're in favor of a more holistic kind of combined approach? Mental health and nutrition at the same time. It's a good approach. I think it's something that it's how it should be,
Exactly.
Building off of that, then, based on this approach, how would you personally define success in your field, in your practice?
Yeah, so that's very simple. I think success for me in my practice is the women that I work with, whenever they reach, their personal desired outcome, whatever that is for them, for me, that's success. I mean, that's the reason why I do what I do. So I would say that's what defines success in my practice.
Anna, I know that you're on the go a lot and you travel a lot. How do you incorporate a healthy living into your own life personally?
Yeah, good question. So first of all, I practice yoga almost daily. It's not always a 90-minute practice. It can be everything from 15 to 30 minutes or a full-on 90-minute practice. But I always try to get some yoga in every day, just because I know that's a good way for me to just reconnect with myself and get energy, and it's just a good way to start the day. And then I would say also that I really focus on eating as much wholesome and natural foods as possible. So even if I'm traveling or I'm in a different country, that's something that I really focus on as well.
So you focus on plant-based diet mainly, you say?
Yes, exactly. That's really for me, in terms of energy level and just feeling my best. A plant-based diet has just worked the best.
There's a really interesting movie out, by the way. I'm sure you've heard of it, called The Game Changers.
I have seen
it. Definitely check it out because it's awesome.
I know. I recommend that movie to everyone. I love it. It's such a good one. If you're in doubt about, with plant-based diet and what effect that has, definitely watch that movie. It's awesome.
Cool. So what would you say is the biggest piece of advice that you could give to someone who is looking to make a healthier shift in their lifestyle?
Yeah, I would say one thing is to be, when you're making that decision to change your health, like to really be kind to yourself. It's a big commitment, and that's great when you make that decision. But not having the expectations that it's an overnight success.
Yeah.
And that you take things step by step, and that you allow yourself to see it as a journey, and just take things step by step and listen to your body along the way. So I think that will be my biggest piece of advice.
Following up on Jeremy's question, what are some of the pitfalls that you see people falling into when they're starting to make a change to moving to something like a healthier lifestyle?
Yeah, I would say because there's so much information out there today, and I know that it can be very overwhelming with everything out there. And I would say one of the biggest pitfalls is just to kind of jump on, a diet that's trending, or doing something that, your friend or someone is doing, because that might not, work for you personally. So I would say a pitfall is to try to do things on your own and just kind of follow and do something that you see on, social media or just on the internet.
Yeah, it's always good to try and tailor something to your own lifestyle and what your body can deal with. And it's something that we at Nature Remedies feel is important. We offer a whole bunch of different consultants in various fields for people to be able to find out which kind of lifestyle changes they can incorporate in their own lives,
Exactly.
So sum it up, what kind of tips would you be able to give someone that they could incorporate into their lifestyle on a day-to-day basis, just to start making that small change that you were talking about? Not the big change, but just the small steps one by one. What would you recommend?
Right. So I think the first thing is to really just, take some time for yourself each day. It can be just, 5 minutes. And that can be everything from taking a quick walk around the block. It can be to sit and focus on your breathing, or any other kind of self-care activities that you like. But I think just taking that time for yourself and kind of start to get into that whole mode of prioritizing yourself and learning how to prioritize yourself. So I think that's one thing. And then I think just start to experiment with some more plant-based foods. So when I say plant-based, I mean that's fruits and veggies and nuts, legumes and stuff like that. So just start to experiment with some new things and see how that works for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have one more question for you, a little bonus question. So we know
Sure.
that you're on a plant-based diet, but what would you consider a kind of cheat food for you if you have a crave for something really off your menu normally? What would that be?
Oh, that's a good one. I think if I do crave something, I love pizza. I would say that's probably my crave food if I'm gonna do something. So yeah, I would definitely say pizza.
Feel you 100%. 100% feel you.
It's always good.
All right, cool. So this has been a short snapshot with Anna Svedberg of Nourished by Anna. Find her on Instagram. Find her on our platform. She's one of our new consultants, and she'll be happy to work with you and talk with you on any kind of questions you have with regards to gut health, yoga even, plant-based eating. So look her up, look us up, and until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.